friends. Welcome to God Focus this morning. The title of today's episode, Don't Judge the Widow's Mites. God's economy doesn't work like the rest of the world. He can take 2 fish and 5 barley loaves and feed a multitude. He can take a small amount of oil and fill many vessels, enough for a widow to get out of debt. Then there's the story of the widow who was at the temple. Jesus used her to illustrate a point to his disciples. He wanted them to understand that God doesn't see money like we do. Mark 12:41-44. And Jesus sat over against the treasury and beheld how the people cast money into the treasury. And many were rich, cast in much. And there came a certain poor widow, and she threw in 2 mites, which make a farthing. And he called unto him his disciples, and saith unto them, Verily I say unto you, that this poor widow has cast more in than all they which have cast into the treasury. For all they did cast in of their abundance, but she of her want did cast in all that she had, even all her living. She gave all she had, the entire amount of her wealth or substance. Jesus said it was more than those who gave large amounts out of their vast wealth. God doesn't judge things as we do. He judged their offering by the amount of sacrifice and the attitude with which they gave it. Did they give it to be seen and admired by men? Did they give it with a pure heart before God? The widow gave to honor God, and this is why we know about her even today. The Pharisees, with their large egos, wanted to show how holy and righteous they were, so they would make a show of their giving. They may have impressed people standing by, but it didn't impress God, just like their worship was for show. Matthew 15:8-9. This people draweth nigh unto me with their mouth, and honoreth me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. But in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. God wants everything we do to be intentional and with the right attitude. Are people worshiping to be seen, or are they touching the heart of God with their consecration to Him? He doesn't want us to worship to be seen. People may judge your worship one way, but God sees the heart. He knows our hearts. He sees all the times that we worship Him in private and how many times we search for that secret place to get into His presence. Many worship in their prayer closets away from prying eyes. Jesus spoke against the Pharisees standing on the street corner in their elaborate costumes, reciting long, eloquent prayers to impress people. They wanted admiration of men, and that is what they received. But God was not impressed with their robes or their prayers. Matthew 6:3-7. But when thou dost alms, let not thy left hand know what thy right hand doeth, that thy alms may be in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret Himself shall reward thee openly. And when thou prayest, thou shalt not be as the hypocrites are, for they love to pray standing in the synagogues in the corners of the streets, that they may be seen of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. But thou, when thou prayest, enter into thy closet, and when thou hast shut the door, pray to the Father which is in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly. But when you pray, use not vain repetitions as the heathen do, for they think that they shall be heard for their much speaking. There is a phrase, little is much if the Lord is in it. And this is true of the widow's offering. Because she showed God that she trusted Him to take care of her, in giving she had peace that He would see to her every need. Thanks for watching. Until next time, be bold, be brave, and keep your God focus. Like, share, and subscribe for more encouragement. Have a wonderful day.